Howdy dorks! Howdy JM, it's Unchowder. Thanks for the resub. I saw you resub right as we're starting here. Thank you. Hello, welcome in. Welcome everyone. Oh, come on. There you are. Howdy, it's more Dyson Sphere. Surprise! Cool top. I swear I've worn this one before. It's R2-D2. Weepa whoop. Yeah, I love this shirt. One of those not too rare, quite nice shirts from like Target. I think I got this from like Target back a while ago. Anyway, we're playing Dyson Sphere. We're playing different space things. Yeah, we're gonna do the thing. We're just gonna hop into it. You probably know the deal by now. We are watching our last few solar sails plug into the sphere. We are very close. Focus, ignore me. It's fair. You can distract me. Today's gonna be a distractible day. We really are just gonna be. I hate to not sell the stream at the start or anything, but we will be kind of killing time watching the solar sails plug in. So we're gonna be hunting achievements. That's gonna be how I'm gonna be occupying my time today, and obviously chatting. Feel free to get me sidetracked today. We can afford the time getting sidetracked today. Today's episode brought to you by a vast expanse of ice and snow, and by you. Click on all the buttons down there and lurking and following and joining the Discord and all that good stuff. That's the igloo I'm building right now. So I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're watching a VOD after the fact, I see you. I appreciate you too. And you're in the right place if you like this sort of thing. So hooray. And then I can do. And then there's the cat in my way. Hi. Come here. Get in my lap. There we go. Can't wait for Saturday's VOD. That's fair. Yeah, that should be going up sometime this week, I think. That was great fun. We have a lot to go. We'll definitely be doing more on this Saturday to try and make some progress on it. It's a whole dang thing. I definitely got like half an hour into it and I was like, what have I gotten myself into? But I think it's gonna work out. I think we're at an awkward phase with it right now. I had to kind of walk away from it at the end of that stream just to get my eyeballs, time to adjust and actually figure out what's going on. But I think it's gonna be good. Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, I'm painting a painting of this creature right here. Cause she don't sit still. So I gotta make something of her sitting still, right? cause she don't do that. Oh, did I do that? I accidentally pushed a button. There. That was just me pushing a button. Hi, do you want to settle down? I know you're the star of the show and everything. Silly creatures. How are you? How was your weekend? We have just random stuff on the ground in places. Everything seems to be okay though. Our farm seems to be okay. Obviously there's things that are getting damaged and are getting repaired. Geez, they really want to destroy those missile turrets, don't they? But I think we're generally fine. I think we're fine. It was good, saw a good friend in London, very cool. Slightly annoyed it meant missing the Northern Lights. We also missed them. What was really frustrating was we heard about it, right? We heard that the Northern Lights were gonna be a thing, but we never see them here. Hey, we're like in a city. We're in light pollution central. I'm just checking on our sphere here. Yeah, it's really just these big diamond blocks that are left. We have. Surely it tells us how many are attaching, right? There are currently 3,000 attaching in progress, but that number is just going to keep going down as these bits complete, right? So, I mean, this is how close we are. We're literally just waiting on these last couple of holes to fill in. But yeah, oh yeah, the Aurora. I heard it was gonna be a thing, and every time I hear there's gonna be Northern Lights, there's gonna be an Aurora, we go out and you just don't see anything. Like, I've never seen them. I've really never seen them. So I assumed that it was gonna be the same kind of a deal. Like, if we were out in the countryside, maybe they'd be visible, but we aren't, and we're not driving out there, so they wouldn't be visible. So I didn't bother. I didn't even go out and look. And then after the fact, we found on social media all sorts of people in town, like not far from where we are, posting videos like, look at the Aurora. So we could have seen it and just didn't, because I assumed it wouldn't be visible. And then I heard, like, the next night was supposed to be a good night for it too. And then that, like, the next night I went out and looked, and we couldn't see anything because it was already basically done. So, I'm right there with you. I did not get to see them. Which is unfortunate, but kind of my own fault for assuming it wasn't gonna be a thing. Right at the end of last stream, we were working on gravity lenses, looks like. And I think that they're doing okay. I mean, they're going. This whole section could still use a revamp or two, but it's also functioning still, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna check and make sure everything is still working right. We got more than enough power. We're burning our fuel. Solidarity. Auroradality. Yeah. Someday I'll see them. It's unfortunate that was apparently a very uncharacteristically strong solar storm. So who knows when I'll get a chance to see it in town like this again, but someday I'll actually go out and find a place where we can actually see them proper. I'm gonna crank this up because I know that we had like a whole bunch of charged batteries on our power planet. I want to make sure we're, charging as many batteries as we can, basically. And then from there, we are... Let's just do this. Let's check all of our stuff. Let's check entire star cluster in the last minute. What's been going on? Clearly we're okay on iron ore. Copper ore seems fine. Silicon ore seems fine. This all seems fine. Not seeing anything too out of the ordinary. This is close, but I mean, kimberlite, we've been fine on diamonds this whole time. Fractal silicon, interesting. But we're also like producing in waves, so that's probably also full. Grading crystal is still fine. Stalagmite crystal, we're probably actually needing more stalagmite crystal. But the consumption of them has been pretty steady here. Unipolar magnets are their whole own thing. This all looks fine. This looks fine. This looks fine. We're producing 0 titanium alloy, so that must mean we're full on it. This all looks fine. We are consuming diamonds. Holy cow. That's probably for the proliferators. Oh, and the science. Those are the two things using diamonds, really. This seems fine. Gears. Holy cow. But we must be full on gears. Magnets. 5,000 magnets a minute. 4,000 coils a minute. Oh, the motors. Are we Are we cranking through all those motors? Wonder. Nope. Of course, my mouse rotate thing is different from the other games I've been playing. We have motors. But look, there's... Are we suffering on iron? Which would be over here. We're here. Whoa, okay. We need iron. Yeah, we need iron. Okay, well that's a thing. Let's do that real quick. We've basically stripped this planet clean, I think. There's 0 iron there, which is impressive. There is still 2 million iron out here, so maybe we just need to plug in a couple more veins, but I have a hunch that we're gonna have to go out further abroad. Reading crystal vein exhausted. Yeah. Whoops. 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 And then yeah, I think I want to spend a little bit more time on the foundations achievement, because we've made good progress on it, but there's still so many more to place. But I think if we kind of keep chipping away at it, we'll be okay. Clearly all this can go away. And this is what? This was titanium? I may not know more. These are like our original titanium veins. There aren't any... No dark fog here, right? Oh, we have actually removed the dark fog from our system, finally. That's good. And then I think we just want to look around and see what we got. We got a tiny bit of titanium left there. There's still plenty of titanium here. There's still 5 million titanium on this planet. A little bit of copper, a little bit of stone. There's some iron. Could probably just plug in all the things on this planet, for that matter. Nope. That button. So you are done. Yes. And this is clearly all done too. This was like our original silicon. There you are. There's 800,000 iron. Cool. And stone? I mean, there's almost 3 million stone here. Not that we really need stone. There's more. There's 2 more. That's probably the rest of it. And copper. Yeah, here we go. Oh, is it... Did I bury it? I must have. Weird. Oh, it looks like there was a... Is it because there was a geothermal here? That must be what happened. Maybe the dark fog buried it. Whoops, not that button. Of course, it's gonna get all but one. I think that's all of them, yeah. No, not that. There we go. Oop, oop. And I'll probably go do these titaniums while we're here and these coppers. I guess everything except for the stone. And there's 0 coal here. I think stone is the only thing I don't really care about at the moment. But even then, we will care about it eventually. If this game keeps going, even off stream. I think I'm gonna do everything except stone. I'm gonna get it plugged in, and I won't have to think about it. Especially the titanium. I know we upgraded the titanium smelters quite a bit recently. So those will probably need some more materials someday. And I guess we're working on an achievement here. This research is for an achievement. That's a lot of research though. Holy cow. No, not... The rotate buttons are different in every game. There's some titanium over there. No. Yeah, fine. A tiny bit of titanium left here. May as well. And where was the other one? There was another tiny bit, right? Or was that the one? Right, we got you, we got you, that's stone, that's copper, that's stone. There's one over here. It is so much nicer to do this with all the ships flying about and not having to put down more conveyor belts and logistic stations. It is so much nice. So much nicer. Really? Oh. Oh, really? Okay, fine. Space. I do like space. Maybe someday I'll live in a part of the world where you can just look up at the sky and see how magnificent it is at all times. I do have a desire to play some kind of space logistics game, but focused on the ships. That'd be fun. I'm trying to think what that would even be. I can think of like we were talking about Stellaris, right? Stellaris has like, but you don't really control the logistics in there, do you? I don't know why I'm zooming out. Yeah, controlling the logistics between planets. I mean, this game obviously, but I'm trying to think of what else would do that. Stone, copper's good, iron's good. I think we might have everything under a miner at least. Not seeing anything that's not, other than the stone. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. And then we got batteries, we got missiles, we got ammo. You could use some more power, clearly. And this is probably, I mean, that's all the silicon left on this planet, right? We've mined out all the silicon. We've mined out all the silicon. So I might even just take this, and then we'll transport that home, since it's done otherwise. But then our inner planet has a bunch of copper and titanium, but no iron. Kind of impressive. And then I want to say we haven't been out here in a while. Yeah, there's another 4 million iron out here. We have removed the dark fog. There's 4 million iron there, and a tiny bit there. So clearly we want to go here. So you want like there's like those transportation games, right? There's the train transport tycoon, right? People, I haven't ever played it, but people are way into that game, right? What if there was just a like that but space? Wouldn't that be fun? Setting up like logistics companies and corporations, but they focus on transporting goods between planets and solar systems. I'd play that. Truck simulator, but in space? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It might end up being more like Desert Bus. It would still be fun. I mean, there's games that have aspects like that, right? I think of like they're not logistics games. They're more like they're games where you play a person who is piloting a ship. But things like X, I think, or X3, I guess, is the one that I was playing for a short bit. But in there you get your own ship and you get to fly around from station to station, and you get materials and you can buy and sell between stations and all that kind of stuff. But it's not like I don't think that's the primary point of the game. Also, there's a bunch of dark fog here. Have we been here before? Oh, hi. Are you trying to attack me or something? What is this? Enable. Oh, you're leaving? There's a big MMO one play. That was the other one I was thinking of. EVE Online. I guess it's still big. I haven't heard much about it recently, but I think it's still going strong among people who play it. And the same kind of thing. You can definitely go. But you are a person. You are a discrete person, and you have a ship. And you go out to an asteroid and you mine the asteroid, and then you bring the stuff and you sell it to a space station, right? You're not really controlling larger logistics. You're just being one little guy in there. And then anything else that happens in that game is just like an outgrowth of player organization, basically. So the people I think the only people who are actually doing logistic stuff in that game are people who are in like large player groups who are organizing player logistics, not like in-game logistics. It's like it has an in-game impact, but it's not like there's a logistics aspect to the game. It's just there's a logistics aspect to managing people, which isn't quite the same, which isn't quite as fun. I would much rather manage bots than actual people. Maybe I'm okay just flying the ships if it has an autopilot AFK mode. I think X. I look at that. Like that's a whole franchise. But maybe look at that one. Because that one strikes me as more like a strict space sim kind of a deal. I know people really like those. I tried playing it for a minute, but didn't really get too far into it. I think we need to clear this planet. I think I want this 4 million iron and 3 million silicon. So we're gonna do a sweep real quick. Let's go to our space stations, our space fleets, and turn them on, and scour the planet of all those nodes. And then I'm just gonna, I don't know, we're just gonna blow things up. I used to play, I guess still technically do as I keep my account live, a browser-based space MMO named Pardus. I think you've mentioned that. But that was like, I mean, it's an older browser game, right? So it's not gonna be too high fidelity, I guess. Not that that's necessarily the thing that you're looking for. Purge the planet! I assume X has like an autopilot kind of a feature. But I think there's also like warping, faster than light kind of travel. So I don't know that you're spending a whole lot of time just in deep space. I remember one of the big hurdles that I faced when I just opened up that game and was trying to find my way into it was, I have to manually land this spaceship at a space station. And I have no idea what I'm doing, and I definitely caused some problems, and then kind of didn't go back. But I think I just didn't give it the chance that it deserved. I know a lot of people like that game. Where are you, Dark Fog? I know there's more of you here. There you are. Pew, pew, pew. Taking down those turrets with like 3 shots is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You cannot escape from me. So we call this an exterminatus. I wonder, I mean, there's that achievement for destroying like a certain number of units in a minute. Take a planet, like I don't know how many are on this planet. I don't think there's that many. units just lying around in one spot. I think we'd have to do something special to make it happen. I don't know, maybe I just need to find the right planet and destroy it all real quick. Is there more? I see one up there. Is that all of you? Certainly seems like it. Wow, okay. So that's one planet just completely annihilated. Or guess I want to fill that in. But I can see that there's no more cores here. Cool. Obviously, we haven't actually landed on this planet before. I actually need to put down our home base. Oh look, there's fractal silicon and fire ice. Nice. Yeah. And my energy shield gets bigger. There's coal here. There's a tiny bit of coal. Okay. Things don't really matter where we put our stuff down. Go here near the fancy things. And then I want to do a, not that one. This one? No. This one. This one. Foundation required. Says who? There we go. I'm trying to think of what else would be. There's gotta be other games that are doing fun stuff like that though, right? I want you to be bringing in the supersonic missiles. In case something ever shows back up here someday. Obviously you need... Where are you, space boats? I guess you're gonna get... I don't know, you're not gonna get the small ones. I'm just gonna put down a whole other station to start with. And you're gonna go... right here. Foundation required. Oh, that's fair. Here, you'll go there. Need to install Stellaris. I need to give Stellaris a good chance. People do really like that game. But even then, it's not quite the same, right? It's more of a 4X game than a logistics game, which is like similar, but not the same. Okay, so I'm gonna do iron and silicon, I think I saw. Iron, silicon, there is titanium. I don't care about stone or coal, but I'm gonna do fire, ice, and fractal silicon. So we're gonna do titanium, fire, ice, fractal silicon. And then you're gonna get all the ships. We're still waiting. We're just waiting for batteries. That's fine. think I'm mostly just taken by the idea of space freight. I know, right? I feel like there's gotta be a game that scratches that itch. Because I agree, that does sound fun. I think I just need to plug things in now. There's, see, I don't know if it's gonna do this. I don't know if it's gonna have that much of an aspect to it, but there's, that Rogue Trader game came out, didn't it? The 40K Rogue Trader deal, which is like an RPG kind of a scenario, but you trade and stuff within the 40K universe. I don't know if there's much trading though. I think it's still kind of like an RPG adventure kind of a deal. Maybe Star Sector? I've never heard of Star Sector. More fleet management game where you can do space freight. I think never played it but saw videos of it. That's a new one to me. Also, hi. I've never even heard of that one. Rogue Trader has elements of being the trader, but it's more CRPG, yeah. I got more RPG elements from it, but I mean, in that kind of a vein at least, right? I was interested in Rogue Trader. I think I might need to check that out someday. Look at this tiny little copper vein. Baby little copper vein. And there's just gonna be a whole bunch of titanium for us while we're here. There's also games like, No Man's Sky. But again, that wasn't really logistics. That was like, you're a person and you're mining stuff and you're selling things individually, not necessarily controlling a fleet of things. Yeah, I want to manage a space logistics company. That does sound fun. Not far away. Can't see my blue dashes on this white background. Okay. It's just everywhere. I think we'll be good on fractal silicon for a while. Ooh, look at that. titanium. Where's the iron? I'm here for the iron. Where's... where actually is the iron? It's way back over where we started, got it. Oh, do you not have power? How did we... The rest of our stuff has power. Did you not get connected? You just didn't get... Because I put normal towers here instead of the big towers. There. Oh. Really? Oh my gosh. I'm actually gonna run out of advanced miners. I've had this gigantic stack of advanced miners on my person for like a dozen streams now. But there's 2 million iron just sitting here. So much titanium, holy cow. It's always just one vein doesn't get covered. Okay, more iron is down there. So much titanium. A tiny bit of coal. I think I got all the iron though. Because there's 4 million, there's 1, 2, 3... 4? Yeah, I think I got all the iron. Good enough for me. And then this one has a tiny bit of iron. We're probably doing everything we need on that one. Kimberlite and fractal silicon. Kimberlite is for our diamonds. Maybe let's make sure we're getting all the kimberlite we need. Let's also make sure that this planet's gonna do what it needs to do. Before I come back 12 hours from now and go, oh, this planet isn't actually doing anything. Hello, Gantrock. How's it going? We are finding more raw materials because holy cow. Oh yeah, see here? I need to actually do the thing. Local demand, please. Thank you. That would have been silly. But then they're all gonna do their thing. You're all good. You're all good. And then you need to remote demand. Cool. We are discussing other space logistics games. Like, do you know of any games where it's I don't know, like, you know, like that the train simulator game. I even said the name of it a couple minutes ago. You know the kind of game where you're controlling the logistics itself, right? Is there a game like that but in space, where you're controlling like space logistics companies and space truckers and all that kind of stuff? There's a bunch of games where it's like a minor aspect of a game where something else is the focus. I don't know of any games where that's like the main thing. I wonder if there's any dark fog waiting for us here. Don't look like it. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we're already mining the one thing of iron here. Why are you not... Shouldn't you be doing a thing? No vein. But there's a... Oh, it's just not covering it? It's just slightly off. Final upgrade, just logistics though. Oh, the game is named Final Upgrade? I don't think I know that one either. Look at all this Kimberlite. Doing well, doing plenty of vampioneering, yes. Ah, vampires. Yeah, okay, so it's just slightly not on the thing. Whoop. And then, so that's gonna be all the iron. And then Kimberlite. I care about Kimberlite and fractal silicon for that matter. But I think we're probably okay on fractal silicon now. Can I get you all? Not really. Nope. I don't even know if I'm set up to send out Kimberlite from here. I guess that's a thing to check. Hey, look! These two are done. Having trouble thinking of a good games that include space and mercantile logistics. Yeah, right? It shouldn't be a rare combination. Hey, look, our shield is getting bigger slowly. And that probably disconnects something. We have 3 whole stations here. So here we're doing silicon and grading crystal. We must be... Are we getting... Where's my graviton lenses coming from? Here they are. Okay, weird. Clearly moved a lot of things around at some point. That's right, we're kind of doubling up on some of this. Silicon can go in there. Iron can go there. Like a lot of games that want to do actual logistics but in space settle for focusing on modern/near future logistics. That's fair. Well, like what? Fractal silicon is all stopped because it's just good, which I guess is fine. All this copper is done. Out of space is good, but not really what we're talking about. I don't know that one either. There's gonna be so many, so many games I don't know. So you're done. You're all done. Kind of. Nope. Very much building a giant flying factory. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's something distinct between, like, splitting the hair between a logistics game and a factory game, right? Those are very similar elements, but also very different if you're focusing on one. And there's a whole... the one solitary iron here, okay. There's a fun pipeline of catch meteors and sort of the components. That sounds pretty cool. Outer Space is a quirky couch co-op game about cleaning a space station. Oh, okay. Is it like Viscera Cleanup Detail? That's a good one if you haven't heard of it. Again, not logistics. It's literally mop and bucket, but same kind of deal. Is mop and bucket a logistics? So much fractal silicon. Wow. So I came here because of iron. I mean, that's half the iron there. And another small iron somewhere. There you are. Yeah, okay. So I think we've got, oh no, even then, but okay, we have those. Okay, yeah, because there's 80, and then there was another one over here for 120 something? No, I feel like, oh, and then plus that one. Okay, so we definitely have all the iron. And then kimberlite is the other one I care about here, of which there is 1.5 million. There it is. It's all just one vein. Perfect. Okay, that works. The millions of titanium I think can wait. There's also a whole bunch of fractal silicon here still. But I don't think I'm set up to actually export kimberlite right now, especially if there was just the one vein. We clearly weren't doing it before. So you're gonna do kimberlite. You will remote or local demand remote supply, and we'll call that good. Now I've used all but 9 of my advanced miners. Holy cow. So then I think we're gonna go back home. Look at our dork moon. Collect ice meters in order to chuck into to chuck into water, which you use to fuel a couple of different things. Interesting. Ironically, Rogue Trader has very, very little trading. We were talking about that. Because it's more of an RPG, right? Rogue Trader looks like fun. Or I'm not even... We're going this way. Jeez. Yeah, I don't think it's quite exactly what we're talking about. It's a CRPG like Baldur's Gate 2. I think the scale is way more macro. Does it get macro? I was kind of assuming it was like more micro, like more just individuals and their trading. I wonder if Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator might be close. That's a good one. I know of that one. I haven't played it. It's more of an abstract thing, right? I think you spend most of your time in like an interface as opposed to actually piloting a ship or anything like that. But I think it has that kind of an aspect at least. It's funny. I'm pretty sure it's funny. It's not just a funny name for RimWorld. It's probably RimWorld inspired. No piling, but it's fun. Yeah, Z was playing it. I think it's good. I don't know how in-depth it is, but it definitely looked amusing. All right, so now I want to check... Oh, hey, look, there's just a whole bunch of yellow cubes sitting here. Hello, yellow cubes. Yes, can I plug them in? Probably not just directly. But our science is going. Oh, our processors, oh dear. You look yellows, you all go right here. Okay, so what's up with processors? Other than just being a whole thing. This is all that stuff. We should go down to our Dyson Sphere and like turn off some of our launchers. Because we do not need to be launching this many solar sails at this point. But they're slowly working on it. We still have 3,300 attaching. We're about to break 6 million. We're at 5.99 million. We need 6.15. So we're within the last 15, I guess 150,000, right? And we have 3,000 attaching at any one moment. Don't really know what the rate of attachment is. You can kind of just see them plugging in one at a time there. So they're working on it. Oh, one question I had. So I know that like we designated these as panels, right? So I can't like put in a new frame, but I wonder, can I just add, yeah, in conflict with a shell. I can't just add a node into an existing shell. I'd have to delete the whole shell. I believe that means that all the sails would go away. So I wouldn't want to do that, but I think if I, like at just the start, I just put in more nodes in here, we'd be done by now. Oh well. Rogue Trader is essentially a trade baron. You're not struggling to survive. You're the ruler of at minimum, a city-sized spaceship. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I wanna start a fledgling space logistics company and go from like we own one truck to conquering the galaxy, right? That would be a fun arc. I think in the Rogue Trader game, you're doing more politics where they're trading than buying and selling goods. That makes sense. Okay, so clearly our processors are going, right? These are all their max assembler. They're all getting boosted. We are making more than we're using technically. Maybe we were just running low on silicon? I mean, there was a time where we weren't doing them. So maybe we're just catching up, but still awfully close, I think. Here's all our strange matter. Here's all our titanium. And silicon is fine. Silicon appears to be fine. Alright, yeah, it's all good. Titanium is also fine. You finished up. And of course, this is where we're receiving the silicon, but not actually doing any silicon. Well, silicon's just coming in here and then going to these two. That's also fine. It's clearly working. I'm gonna guess that's okay. Maybe the maybe our iron shortage was causing circuit board shortage, which means that that would cause processor issues. But I guess we should check on the iron itself, since that was the main thing we were out there to fix. Endless Sky. I don't know, Endless Sky? Do you mean No Man's Sky? Or is Endless Sky a different game? You don't actually do nitty-gritty trading, you essentially build influence and then just take what you want if you have enough. Interesting. Endless Sky, huh, okay, well let's... Now everyone's mentioning all these games I don't know about. I wanna look. Where's my... There's a little browser in here, right? Web browser. Or can I just open the Steam store? I just want the store. Is that a thing? Maybe not. Or can I just do... No. Game overview? No. Fine, I'll do this. Endless Sky. 2D space trading and combat game, okay. Inspired by the classic Escape Velocity series, which I've also not heard of. Work your way up from relatively wimpy shuttle, cargo ship, or fighter to a highly upgraded and customized flagship, or to a massive fleet of warships or freighters. From 2015, huh. I have not heard of this one. And it's free. Okay. I think that's a pretty good candidate there. Oh, I see. Stable release in February of this year, even. So was this, maybe this was like was this in early access for a long time? Because sometimes when it says release date, that's like when it first appeared on Steam. Interesting. I'm gonna have to check this one out. Not quite the game it could be. Spent a bunch of time playing it, spaced over a couple binges several years apart. Okay, both times it was an easy time sink. Initial game sucks you in. Trading, exploring, occasionally you're going on a mission. Feels like you're part of a code. Yeah. Elite, that's the game I'm thinking of. Elite is another good space series. Okay, so what are you complaining about? Before you cross the particular, it was completely allowed to fly around. Yeah. You can't join one side as an undercover operative. It gets to the point where you're just flying from one star system to the next. Whole swarms of bad guys attack you immediately for no apparent reason, even if you're one guy in a scout with nothing of value. Huh. What made Star Control 2 suck as well. Well, and then everyone else has good things. Okay. I mean, this seems kind of what we were talking. This is at least an attempt at what we were talking about, right? I think that's a good one. Hello, Princess Sophia. Welcome in. We are trying to wrap up our Dyson Sphere here and kind of wrapping up some loose ends and hunting achievements and talking about different video games. And then what am I missing? Assuming they've continued to bug fix, it was a hot mess on release. It's definitely a fun game. Companions are very good. I assume Rogue Trader. Rogue Trader, I want to play Rogue Trader. Back in college, we made a token effort at playing the Rogue Trader tabletop. And I really like that setting. I really like the idea of being in the 40K universe, but not being like a space marine, right? I really like just being in that universe, but on like the lower end of the power structure. Like, or same thing with Star Wars. Like, Star Wars is really interesting if you're not a Jedi or a Sith, where you're just like a dude with a gun. I find those kinds of settings and stories really interesting too. I think it has been open source forever, but now there's a few more people updating some laking quests. Interesting. Interesting. Trans girl, by the way, TW in my name, excellent. You're in good company here. We're all queer here. All BRB, gotta collect groceries. Okay, sounds good. From the grocery source. Don't you have minions to do that for you now? Yeah. Where am I at now? I think we fixed the problem. We were out of iron, and I think we fixed that. That was the main thing. And I think everything else is going. Like, all our science is going. Our science is going nuts. That's all fine. These are catching up. Yeah, we got processors there. I think we're in good shape here. You're all fine. You're all fine. And you're all fine. Okay. I'm gonna assume everything is fine. Apparently you sometimes have to make an example when the grocery stores get too uppity. No, you can carry more bags. 6 bags at a time. Oh, look at our strange matter. Is that getting used? I mean, it's going, right? It's fine. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. One achievement that I want to keep trying to work on is that silly foundation one. You have to pave an entire planet, which as it turns out takes a lot of foundations. Oh, look at this! Holy cow, we are uploading a lot of universe matrices right now. So this is just gonna happen. We were at like 800,000 last stream. And then I like doubled our entire science situation. I think I'm locked out of Magpie because I didn't manage to mine any unipolar magnets off the ground while I still existed, and now they're just gone. So that's cool. We can try this 40-meter thing again. This involves some weird slingshot nonsense. Obtaining things by collecting plants for a long time. 1,000 dark fog units in 1 minute. That is so much. $10 million universe matrices, so we're almost 1/10 of the way there. Holy cow. Oh, this one, we can do this one. Use pickup function to absorb 50,000 iron ingots at the same time. So now we need to make sure our inventory can hold 50,000 ingots. That's a thing we can do. Where am I? I get so turned around now. It's all blending together. It's all just a sea of assemblers at this point. Go. There we go, Secrets of the Universe. So there's one achievement. We actually did get an achievement today. And then here, yeah, there is a bunch of iron there, but see that even then, the whole thing only holds 10,000. I need to do 50,000? Is that what it said? 50,000 iron ingots. The hell? Can I even have that much in my inventory? If they stack to 100, it's gonna be 500 stacks? Am I thinking right? If I do 50,000 divided by 100 is 500, so we need 500 stacks. That's something you have to upgrade your robot to get. The inventory capacity, we've upgraded our robot quite a bit. Inventory capacity being one of those things. But I think we're at the max. Where's my buttons? I believe this is the max inventory size. We've pretty well completed the research tree at this point. The actual technology tree is complete. Pretty sure, yep, we're complete on technologies, and then we have all these upgrades. And then this is the inventory one, and that doesn't go infinitely, yeah. We have max inventory, so theoretically we can do it. Do I have 500 spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 144. So how... I can't get 500 stacks in here. Explain game. Litter function to absorb 50,000. Oh, am I doing like 500,000? 50,000 divided by 100 is 500 stacks. I have 12 by 12 is 144 stacks. At the same time. Okay, well, let's... I think I'm gonna have to go for it and see what happens. That means I have to empty out my inventory. Even just having 50,000 iron, like this is only 10,000. How many? This is gonna take a bunch of chests. Which I don't even have. Here we go. So if I just grab, or that's all the, not the ingots. Jeez. See, that's 10,000. I don't have that much space. I don't have that much space. Does it just need to be... Like, I can't absorb that much, but I wonder if I just have to, like, try the function. Is pickup litter a thing that just sends to trash or deletes? Well, there's two things. I can suck in litter into my inventory, or I can delete litter from the ground. So those are both things we can do. But I'm assuming when it says Icarus's pick up litter function to absorb ingots, I'm assuming they mean for it to go into my inventory. Because otherwise I'm just doing remove all litter, and this removes all the litter in the universe at once. And then this, you can manually pick up trash on the ground from the combat interface. the same time. Well, at the very least I can... I mean, even just getting... I don't even know how I would drop 50,000 at a time. I can't even hold 50,000 at a time. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 60 stacks. So, you know, 6,000. So 50,000 divided by 6,000 is 8. So I need 8 1/3 of these chests just to store that much iron. That's bonkers. That doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm missing something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot of iron. Just to, you know, waste all the things that we just went around getting. Oh my goodness. Look, if I do, I guess we can test this, because currently, because keeping track of my partial progress, like it says 188. So if I can do more than that, let's get rid of some of these things. Some of these can just go over here, right? You go there, you go there. You can go there. Are you, yeah. What? Sorter 1. I have way too many of everything. Okay, that's a bit better. Don't care about diamonds. Don't care about bricks. I can put the steel like right over here. You can go there. I don't care about the boost. I don't know why the proliferator juice always shows up in my inventory. Okay, that looks better. There are still things in here that I don't care about, but that is much more space than we had. Okay. So I'm gonna do like one chest worth. I can grab the whole thing. Yeah, that's 6,000 iron. Can I grab... I can. Okay, so I can grab more than one... I can grab that much. So here's 120,000. Okay, is that like already... I needed 50,000? Maybe this is all I need to do. So I'm gonna right click and just drop it all, and then I'm going to turn off my missiles. But I'm gonna just suck it all up. See, that's gonna be... it's not gonna fit my inventory. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's half my inventory. That's 6 by 12. So in theory, we have 6 by 12 times 100. That's 7,200. Plus a bit. See, this says 3,000. What? So I mean, the number changed, so that was what we were supposed to do, right? Right? I'm gonna continue emptying my inventory. I guess you can all just live on the ground here. Oh. Just drop. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the rest of my junk here. Seems like the numbers didn't account for all of it. I agree, as if they have to all be stacked into the radius of your pickup reticle. My goodness. I don't know, like they kind of form a pile and spread out. I mean, I held the button down that whole time. But yeah, I don't know what does at once mean? Yeah. So I want to get rid of, I have processors in here, which are still kind of struggling here. I don't care about you, don't care about you, don't care about you, don't care about you. I have a bunch of assemblers in here. All these different buildings that I don't need. Right, here's laser turrets. And these things. Which I just saw in here. There you are. Oh, come on. Yeah, I needed, like, way more. We weren't even halfway there. I have all these shield generators here. And then I was making... Here we are. Babses. And particle colliders. There's just a stack of batteries here. There's these other forgers and the old miners, all sorts of things. Not you. You. My millions of splitters. Oops. Don't care about you, don't care about you, don't care about you, don't care about you. You're fine. Whatever, 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 whatever. You can go there. There's all these other... I'm just gonna come back to my junk drawer. This is my original, this is our original landing site. And I still just have a bunch of junk here that I keep tossing in. Like you, and 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 you. And these forges go over here. You go there. And whoop, whoop. I don't have the tier 1. Oh, these are like water pumps? I don't need water pumps. That's for sure. There's all sorts of things. Oil refineries. All the chemical plants I'm making over here. Okay. Oh, and spray coaters are like over here. Or I can do spray coaters there. You go there, you go there. Sure, you all... I'll come back for these. And see, it's gonna try to, like, restock me with some of these. You... Nope, that's not... Do that. There we go. And you, I don't care about. Okay. Okay. Wow, that is the cleanest my inventory has been since we've started. I can guarantee you that. But now we have all this iron over here. So I'm gonna open this interface and let it kind of sit over here while we try this. Oh, I can't. I can't make this smaller. Can I keep it up while? Nope, I can't keep it up while sucking. Okay, so we're at 3,000. So let's see if we can make it any different. I'm going to keep my button held down until we have sucked in all of this. All right. And then, so that leaves me with most of an inventory. And this says now it's up to 5,000. But we did way more than that. We still did way more than that. There's gotta be something else going on. And like these are other things I just put on the ground. Which I'm gonna remove elsewhere, I guess. I'm just gonna put these over here. Okay, so then if I do, I'm gonna grab all of this and all of this. Oh my god. And this is 18,000. Here is 22,000. So this is not even half. This is half what they want me to do. But I'm going to right click and it's just gonna, like, it does that. And I'm going to, what if I just click? Like that, I literally just clicked and it filled my inventory. And that didn't increase it. Clearly there is something I don't understand here. So now if I hold, And it's just gonna kind of like keep cycling and try to get in. Does that count? Does that... It's gonna go, like, overflow. Oh, but did that do it? Is that what we have to do? Where'd it go? Here, it got up to 10,000. Okay. That's what we have to do. We have to like, it has to like juggle. It won't be in our inventory, but it will be kind of in the air in the radius of our suck function. Okay, so what we need to have 50,000 on the ground. Actually, so that means we actually want a full inventory, not an empty inventory? Is that how I am to understand this? This is absurd. The things I do for achievements. And now it's gonna be like, we've used all our iron. And that's just ore. There is some over here. Okay, you're all full? I was not how I meant to do that. Boop, boop. And then now it's gonna have a hard time producing enough. Here, we'll just store it. Only just shutting down my factory's production for everything in order to steal all this iron and get an achievement. Okay. So yeah, now I feel like I want an empty inventory. We'll try this first, just the way we are. Oh my god. So now you can supply again. Thank goodness we went and collected all that iron. But now I can, in theory, grab all of this at once. There. Oh, we're still short. That's 48,000? Okay. Well, I guess I can do this, right? And grab this. Whoops, that's not at all what I wanted. But there. We'll drop you, and then we'll drop you, and then that's probably enough. Look at that. That's... Yeah, I think I'm gonna want my inventory to be full. Here, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna try to overkill it. I want like another 5, and we'll say that that's good. And if not, well, I'm just gonna keep making this pile bigger until I get my achievement. Dang it. Okay. And suck. I need to like gather it into a ball, essentially. Is this how cleaning works? See, I don't know. That still didn't give me an achievement. Did I get any closer? We got closer. Okay, so we need to do that, but more. Yeah, it probably would have been better with a full inventory, but... Too late. Pretty sure Alanis Morissette wrote a song about this exact scenario. Yes, this exact scenario. Okay. Try this again. I need to like corral it all in here. There we go. How's that for an achievement? Holy cow. And now I just have 50,000 iron on the ground here. Hooray! I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump it all back into these chests, and then I'm just gonna feed it in with a conveyor belt. But we have iron now. Absurd. See, that's way more. Okay, well, I'm just gonna plop it in here then. Boop. Of course, now our poor power. I stack this higher. Of course, now I have nothing in my inventory. Hooray! Smart things are happening here. Okay, so I'm just gonna, of course, now I need to... The fact that I can't build from these slots is a little aggravating for this exact scenario. Okay, well... I have the normal sized chests here, right? I don't know why I have a stack of 500 of them, but I have them. Max height reached, really? Okay. Yeah, we're getting closer. Looks better. That is a lot of iron. Oh my god. And then can I put the rest in there, maybe? Maybe I'll just keep that much. I can keep that much on me. And then there's some around. We're gonna clean. I'm gonna clean all that up. Gonna call it good. Now I need to bring out these things, which I have way too many of. And that's just gonna go straight in. You're gonna get a bunch of stack sorters. Oh my god. You go there, you go there. You go there, you go there. No, not you. There. You go there. And you go there. And you go there. And I think we're good. Yeah, that's all fine. Cool. So now in 1,000 years, that will actually drain. Okay. Well, that's a couple of achievements. A couple of trickier ones, I guess. That one was weird. That's not how I expected that one to work out. But now we're at... Where's our total achievements? Here we are. Mine, we have done 2 today. Slowing down a little bit. We did like 14 the first day and then 7 the next day, and so far we've done 2. But I mean, we're getting closer. We have 84 of 128, and a lot of them we're locked out of. There's a lot of them that are like, they encompass the entire playthrough. Like, we beat the game under certain conditions, which we're not going to be able to get. And then like collecting plants, I can work on that, I guess. Total power generation of 50 gigawatts. I feel like that should be doable. I mean, we're at 41, so maybe we should work on that. I'm also going to run to the restroom real quick, and then we will continue. Yeah. Oh, we should look at our thing. Getting closer. Ever closer. We still have 3,300 attaching. But we've broken 6 million. We need another 150,000, right? 152,000 or something. Or no, less than that. We're getting there. We are slowly getting there. Okay. I will be right back. Or except I haven't set up my thing on this scene to work. I'm just gonna do it this way. Be right back. I'm back. We're getting to the point where this is way too many solar sails. I think we should run back out to our Dyson Sphere system. There's all these seeds too. My God. Get over it, Dark Fog. You've been beaten. I want to turn off our launchers on some of our planets out here. Like out here, we're gonna turn off some of these planets. We're launching sails from like four of the 5 planets out there, which I think it was good for a bit, but I think now it's too much. Or it's not needed. We're just burning materials by doing so. Whoop, we're stuck in the gravity well. There we go. And we are working on another achievement with our research there. There's an achievement for getting your shield radius to a certain size, and it goes up by every time you upgrade it. So we have to like just upgrade our shield a whole bunch. So that's what we're working on now. So we can do that, and then we can also we should go place some more foundations on our parking lot planet, because that's also an achievement. Well, there are some broken things. Maybe we should check on our farm as well. What other games are people excited about? There's a lot of big name games coming out that I'm super hyped for, but I feel like there's also, like, isn't there a demo fest going on? I haven't even looked at stuff there. Whoops! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, this planet hasn't loaded. We showed up too quickly. There it is. But like that Ludonarracon thing happened, and I did not pay very close attention to it. Okay, so then this is all well and good, but I'm gonna say that you are good. I'm gonna no longer demand sales here. We'll do the same thing on this other side over here. So I'll let them finish what they have, but we're not gonna bring more in. So you're fine, clearly. You are going to remote storage. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we'll go to number 4. I do love the way it looks, though. Of course, we're so far out. I'm gonna warp within systems now. That's pretty cool. You can see the star in there. It doesn't get all of its light blocked out, so you can kind of still see the star in there. So close, we are so close. We are very, very close. I like this planet. This is a very pretty planet as well. Look at it from here. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so good. Oh, this game is so good. You are also going to remote storage. And really, that's all we have to do, right? This other side is only going to get from that station, so really we just have to turn off the one. Yeah, you're already empty. Cool. So I think I'm gonna leave. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I leave, right? They're all going. I'm gonna say our number 2 planet is the one that's gonna continue launching. And if for some reason we need to, we can always just turn them back on. Look at that. Just remote storage. Imagine historians in the future reliving the experience that you are undoubtedly recording right now, and then they get to the part about dumping iron on the ground for no reason. Well, it was noteworthy. I imagine, so like in the context of this game, we are an AI sent to this star cluster by our home civilization. Like, we were built by a race of whatevers and sent here. So I have to imagine they're just watching, but on like an extreme delay. So like 50 years from now, the light signal gets to them and they're like, what is happening? Why is this happening? Send a destruct signal. Well, it won't get there for another 50 years. Damn it. Then I want to go to this planet and make sure that everything is still working there, I guess. So I don't accidentally turn everything off. Yeah, look, it's good from every angle. You can also look at the inside of it, too. There we go. Yeah, look at this. Little blinding. We're on the inside. Jeez, that is disorienting. That is so huge, it's disorienting. Where even am I? Here I am. I can't see my little indicator either. Oh, where's my line? I just need to get out of here. Oh, I have space warpers. You just need them manually moved over for whatever reason. I guess I can turn that back on. I see it now. It's over this way. He launched so dang fast, too. So yeah, this seems fine. We have solar sails inbound, clearly. That all seems like it's working. Our power here is just fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're obviously not launching rockets anymore. There's a whole bunch of rockets here. Probably should have stopped rockets actually showing up at some point, but I didn't. Oh, I could even... Let's do that. We must have stopped making them at some point. I must have stopped making them at home. That seems like a thing that I would do. Okay, so that will help. Obviously it's going to be a minute before all those run out of solar sails, but we won't send more to them. We don't need to be making more, I don't think. So now I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go back to our parking lot planet, Parking Lotia. And we're gonna see if we can put down another couple thousand foundations. Come on. Goodbye, Sphere, for now. Is this even all of the... I need to get up to like level 25, I think, is what we realized. So we're working on 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh my god, there's still another 10 levels after this. That's gonna take a while. Whoop. There we go. Okay. Yeah, look at this. This was a water world. And yeah, we have a whole bunch of foundations sitting here. Oh, our space fleet. We're fine. Thank you. Thank you for your diligence. And then, yeah, we're just gonna continue paving this planet. Big influx of new people on the Discord this year, mates from other places here for the Vampy game. You mean like today or just in general? I think it's mostly the Vampy game. I did advertise my server on a couple of other streamer Discords that I'm in. So there's kind of some acquaintances this weekend. Yeah, totally. I believe everyone who's popped in from, well, actually not everyone. There was that one person with a question about Elden Ring randomizer, which I thought was hilarious. But that's like the thing longest ago that I've done. Here we see a standard sacrifice to the chthonic god of iron. Yep. They'll take some of those ingots and preserve them in a museum once they actually get out here. But yeah, I advertised my server in a couple of other Discords, and got a couple bites, which was kind of the point. I wanted to make a nice little space for people to come in and play a nice chill vampire game, you know? I'm glad I did. I have some other friends, like some real life friends, that I've also mentioned it to, and one of them seemed kind of interested, but he hasn't obviously shown up yet or anything. But yeah, I think I'm in the phase of things where I want to tell people that I exist and bring in some faces. So yeah, I've kind of been waiting for an excuse to do so even. I'm just gonna make things more consistent here. How do you lay foundation larger than 3x3 with the plus symbol? I learned that like 2 weeks ago, or last week probably. Just plus and minus on the numpad. You could even do like a 1x1, can't you? It goes up to 10x10. Yeah, I did not know about that until someone in chat told me. Which, thank goodness, because doing this with a 3x3 would be, like, this is already painful. It would be a bit worse if you just had to do it with a 3x3. Also hi. Yes, so. And my parking lot is gonna be a dirt parking lot. This is the gravel lot. Maybe that's what it should be called. Gravel Latia. This entire planet is a non-paved parking lot. And see, I don't know how there's all like these holes where they don't technically have foundation. I'm wondering if I need to fill every single hole. I have a hunch that I do, so I'm trying to get all of it. You thought you did? Well, I'm seeing you as a first-time chatter here. Or whatever that means. But yeah. Have returned. Welcome back. We are bending the universe to our will. This is so much. Oh. I was kind of assuming that, like, there's an achievement for, you know, so many foundations on a water planet, right? And we got that a while ago. I thought it'd be closer to like an entire planet, but it was like a 1/10 of a planet for that one. It's so many foundations. We're basically taking an entire planet's worth of rock and just putting it over here. We're almost halfway there. Oh. I mean, we're getting there. There's still definitely a big chunk left to go. This poor planet. We see our robot terraforming a planet, but not into anything, just destroying a gigantic ocean. All the fish underneath the foundation. That emote, oh my god. I like that emote. What do you mean underneath? I think we're just filling it in entirely. Which, you know, don't ask me where all this water's going. Clearly not being displaced anywhere. Another stream of Charlie Eco Vandal, exactly, yeah. Only when achievements are on the line. It's okay, we played Moomin Valley to make up for it. What do you think Snufkin would say if he showed up to a planet that was just entirely paved? There's not even a park. Not even a park keeper. It's a completely abandoned, desolate world that used to be a thriving, lush ecosystem, but now it's just the interstellar equivalent of a sandbar. I think he'd be a little upset. I think I'm gonna get rid of these as well. Is it really eco-vandalism if there's no ecology left in the end? Yes. I think the question is, was there ecology to start with? Which, I mean, is debatable, right? I don't know. There are planets with vegetation, but I don't know that, like... I've never seen a fish in this game. I'm not convinced they exist. Fish are just a myth. Why are you making me and the Moomin sad? I mean, surely there's gotta be at least one Moomin who's like, oh yes, achievements, I get it. Are the, oh, what were they called? I'm not gonna, I was doing Googling about the Moominverse the other day, because I was curious about some of the things. And there was a word that I found the meaning of, and now I can't remember what it was. The, like the butterfly collector, and there were a couple, but there was a word, there was like a generic word that they used for them that I'd never heard of before. Oh, I'm not gonna remember the name now. But it meant like expert in their field kind of a thing. So I imagine there's got to be some Moomin somewhere who's just like who's really into achievements and gaming and stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, I get it. Okay, I mean, that's... I think we're over half now. There's still quite a chunk left, but we're past the halfway mark. Also a bunch of oil. Someday we'll come back and pump all of the oil out of this planet just to make everything worse. And I want to go over there. America? Were we sent here by Americans? We don't know anything about the identity of our home race, as far as I know. So the follow-up game is going to be Helldivers 2. Yes. First we make the hell, and then we dive. 2. We can spread democracy to the dark fog. I'm sure they need it. They look like some sort of filthy collective or something. Spread super democracy. Should I mean, this has ships still, right? I feel like it's not like... I think we're needing to produce them faster back home. I think we made a big batch back home, and we're waiting for it to make more. Which is fine, we might just have to come back again. For a 5th time. But we are getting there. I mean, we can see all the water in one go now, very nearly. We're almost there. One random bit I loved in a sci-fi series was the explanation that gets casually dropped pretty far into the Isaac Asimov universe lore. You never encounter aliens because all the terraforming AI that was sent out in advance of human colonization was incapable of recognizing life other than what it had already seen. Huh. Is this Foundation? I know a good bit about Asimov's, about the robot books, but I haven't read the Foundation series, and I've heard it's very, very good. It's also a TV series now? Either that or just hunting Chivos. I think the Chivos. I mean, if you make an AI even ever so slightly aware, anything intelligent enough to build all of this is intelligent enough to get bored, right? And anything that's gonna get bored is gonna start making challenges for itself. Autonomous AIs out in deep space, speed-running planet terraforming. Surely this is fine. Surely nothing bad happens. I keep thinking this is a, Hollow Knight song. It sounds very similar to the area where it's raining. It sounds almost identical. Oop. Good chunk of his books are technically in the same setting. That bit of lore was in the Robot series, and I forget if Foundation was also included in that. I believe they are. Yeah, they take place in different time periods, but it's the same. I think he unified them after the fact. Because there was because there's the robotics ones, and then there's the detective-y ones, right? The Caves of Steel was the first one, I think. But I think I read the first one, and they didn't continue with it. But I want to say that he wrote that series as like a link between the two, even. Don't quote me on that. There was something to that effect where he had written these two different universes and then he just kind of connected the two. Which, at that point, why not? You've written 200 books, why not just kind of start lumping them together? I want to say that Foundation makes a reference connecting the two. Yeah, I believe so. I'm curious what the timeline of how all that worked is, on the from the author's perspective. But I've heard the TV series is good. I should watch the TV series. Yet another book series that I should watch, but it's turning into a TV series that I should also watch, but haven't. TV series is very good. Good. I know it's not Asimov, it's Philip K. Dick, but I also meant to watch The Man in the High Tower, Man in the High Castle, whatever it was. That one was supposed to be good too. And yet another book thing that I haven't read. I'm afraid what I'll find if I start rereading Asimov, though. Was recently reading some of his old sci-fi, and it was kind of oh boy. Yeah. Asimov's an interesting beast. I know that a lot of people are put off by the way he writes women, and not unfoundingly so. It's been a minute since I've read them too, so I can't really say one way or the other, but I've definitely heard some sentiments to that effect. Is, well, he hasn't aged quite so well. But you know, what you gonna do? Snoopy followed. Hi, welcome. Welcome in. I'm paving a planet. As you do. Casual embrace of eugenics as a healthy philosophy. Ah, yeah. I don't recall that one, but yeah, that's fair. And I don't want to, you know, spend too much air trying to justify him, but there is something to be said about he was writing long enough ago that I think some of our understandings of things have changed. You know, not that you can't call him a D-bag or anything, but some things I'm a little more lenient on. That maybe not so much, but you know. There's been a lot of societal growth in that time period since when he was writing and now. Not in Asimov specifically, but in some pulp sci-fi from the 40s is what I was reading. Yeah, that's fair. And yeah, that's probably a total crapshoot. Some wild stuff out there, it's true. I mean, it could be L. Ron Hubbard for all you know, right? He was writing sci-fi back in the day. I know they changed things between the books and for the show, I bet there are plenty of things you could update. Because, like, his core ideas... Jeez, we are just cranking through these. Like, the whole concept of future history, right, is something that we probably only grown towards, right? The fact that you can kind of predict things in aggregate is that's just statistics these days, right? That's not even, it's barely even sci-fi. We could make a religion out of this. No, don't. It is interesting to think back about, like, I don't know, this is a very half-formed thought. It's interesting to think back about that kind of era of sci-fi and think about not who was right, but like who was prescient, right? Who was kind of on the mark, and who was just way off base with how the world ended up coming out, right? I think about Roddenberry a lot. And it's like there are so many things like in the Star Trek universe, even with, and of course the Star Trek has gone on way beyond what he was creating. Certainly a lot of misplaced optimism. I mean, as you do. But even just like in terms of like what technologies will exist. Like Star Trek has like made a lot of oddly specific predictions about technology. But then it also kind of made, I don't know if I want to call them predictions, but like social predictions or social commentary. It's just really interesting to think about how like we basically have transparent aluminum or whatever, transparent titanium that they were using for their windows or whatnot, but like the idea of being a post-scarcity society or a post-currency society is like still total fiction. And I imagine to like writing sci-fi, what, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, it must have felt like, oh yeah, of course society is going to progress to the point where everyone has all their needs met and no one needs to be, working for food, right? Or subsistence. Like clearly we will have all that sorted out by the year 2000, right? So I'm gonna spend my time coming up with really wild concepts like robots that can think, AI that almost understands the world it exists in, and we're like the things that ended up being achievable for us, or things that have been achieved, are like completely different from what they thought was going to be what we were struggling with. Certainly a lot of other things that Gene Roddenberry was big on that I'm glad weren't true. That's fair. Like what? I find that sci-fi is better when it focuses on the effects that whatever tech has on society, not the fact that tech is shiny, new, and crazy true. And I think that's partly just a matter of how the genre has progressed. Like back in the day, sci-fi was just like novel, right? It was just sheer novelty as a genre, right? Like there was a whole generation of writers who were struggling with like, what does sci-fi look like, and what do you do in that genre? And for a long time, everyone's thought of what do you do with sci-fi is speculating, right? You just sit there and think about what's going to happen in 1,000 years and try to write a story around it. And like half the time they barely even have a story, right? It's like, it's just a speculation, and then there's like a character and a plot is just kind of loosely draped on top of all the speculative stuff. And now, if you wrote a book like that these days, no one would give a shit. No one would care. No one would read it. Because it's all, yeah, like you say, no one cares about just this shiny new technology. We are drowning in shiny new technology. We do not need to be sitting around the campfire thinking about what the next iPhone is going to be doing. But you get people talking about generative AI, and it's not even about the technology anymore. It's about the social ramifications of it. Yeah, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Even just thinking about how much of our society and world is built on everything that's come before us. I don't know. Mostly about sexism. That's, yeah, I want to say that he... All those old school sci-fi nerds. I don't know what they were, I don't know what was in the water back then. I mean, that was just everyone, wasn't it? Can't speak about super classic sci-fi, but I find it interesting how bad predictions have been about things like self-driving cars. Yeah, where's my flying car, damn it? Something seems so obvious in the context of like what technology is gonna be, but like when you get down to the nitty-gritty, like how flying cars make no sense. They're just never gonna happen. It's not even a technology thing, it's just a physics thing at some point. Most of the sci-fi I remember reading as a kid was pretty sexist, to be honest, but at least some amount can be excused with a product of its time. We can still progress. Yeah, Shoulders of Giants and all that, I agree. I mean, yeah, I always hesitate to be like, oh, it's just of its time, because it's true. Like, it's not wrong. That is what kind of happened, right? But for every time, I feel like anytime you look back and say, oh, this was just of its time. You look at that time, you will always find people who were speaking out against it at that time, I feel. So yes, the predominant mode of thought was very sexist and racist and not cool by today's standards, but I don't think you can just say, and not that you're saying this, but no, I don't think you can just say, oh, it was of its time. They didn't know better, right? I think at that time it was more that there was no social ramifications of being that way and holding those views. It's not like no one thought, oh, equality. It's not like equality hadn't been invented yet, right? It's not like equity hadn't been invented yet. It's just there was no social pressure to think that way or behave that way. Hey, look, we're out of foundations. Because you'll always find someone. There's always an example of someone being like, no, everyone's wrong, but they just don't get listened to as a product of its time. Okay. We're awfully close here. It's just a little lake. We've turned this ocean planet into a little lake planet. Not denying they exist, but I know zero people with self-driving cars or VR headsets. I have a VR headset. I haven't used it in a while. A lot of people staked a lot of the reputation on that being a no-brainer by now. Yeah. I remember CGP Grey in about 2012 being convinced we'd all have self-driving cars in like 2015. Did he really? Oh, self-driving cars. I need to not conflate self-driving cars with flying cars because one is a lot more possible than the other. Yeah, self-driving cars, just from like an adoption perspective, is a really interesting problem, right? Like, I don't know. Like, the technology isn't quite there. I think we can get the technology there. I think it is possible for us to make reliable self-driving cars, but the problems, like all the struggles to making that happen, are going to be things like making all the roads in such a way that AI can figure them out. Like trimming the hedges and getting rid of all the debris and all those like weird little back roads that aren't properly marked. Like the world has to be updated to be able to let AI drive within it, right? That's the sticking point. The actual AI, the actual like a computer knowing what a road isn't too bad. It's knowing every road, knowing what every road can look like. Because there's always some edge case somewhere of, it doesn't look like a road. And robots will have a really hard time with that forever. Legislators and consumers hate them. I mean, I think there's going to be a divide, right? There's going to be a lot of consumers who really like self-driving cars, and there's going to be a lot of consumers who really don't like self-driving cars. I think that's going to be a sticking point, because a lot of the purported benefits of self-driving cars are things that happen when basically everyone has a self-driving car. All this talk about, oh, well, like traffic jams won't happen because all the cars can just coordinate, and you won't need stoplights because all the cars will just know what all the other cars are doing. That's not going to happen until like 3/4 of everyone is driving a self-driving car. That's the hard part. You can sell a self-driving car to someone. You cannot sell a self-driving car to everyone, I think. Two very different questions. Of its time is interesting because there are others at that time saying it's not okay. Yeah, totally. Yeah, Jinx, yeah. Space Eye, yes. Planet looks like an eyeball. You remember 3D TVs? I sure do. Hate self-driving cars, hate VR headsets. That's fair. My opinion on VR headsets and self-driving cars are different, I guess. I think VR headsets are like this close. I have an Index, and it works. Like, it's pretty astounding what you can do in VR these days. But I think we're definitely still in the figuring out the technology phase of things. And did I go to the wrong? I went to the wrong poll. This planet all looks the same now. Like designing a VR headset that actually functions in the way that we expect, and learning how to design games that are fun in VR are two different issues. And I think we're making much faster progress on the one than the other. I got the Index and I played through Half-Life Alyx, and it's fantastic. If you ever get a chance to sit down with VR for a while, I would recommend playing that if nothing else. But like, there's very few other things that I would like tell someone to go out and seek a way to play VR for. But that one was really good. The potential is there. The potential is there. We are very, very close, but it's not quite there yet. Most people can't drive well. Imagine the average person trying to train an AI to drive. That stop sign is mostly just a suggestion. Go for it, bro. Yeah, exactly. Self-driving cars strike me as a tech bro solution to something that's better fixed by public transport. True. I'll agree with that. The problems that people think that self-driving cars are going to fix are not going to get fixed with just switching to self-driving cars. Like, traffic is not going to magically disappear because everyone has a self-driving car. That I 100% agree with. And I also enjoy driving. That's the other thing. There are people who will not ever get a self-driving car because they enjoy driving, or they enjoy speeding, or they want to do things that like a normal self-driving car AI is not going to do. Like you have like a tractor on a farm, and you just gotta you gotta like pull someone out of a ditch, or like there's a lot of things that cars can do that's not just driving on a highway, that you're always gonna want to have a human there for. And people are, and even if you can like turn off the AI and use it like a normal car, there's gonna be people who are like, I don't want a stinking AI in my car judging me. There's always gonna be people very resistant to that, just on principle. Like electric cars. People hate electric cars just because they like the feel and like the way that a gas-powered car drives. People get way into that, and they're not gonna switch over just because it's more fuel efficient, right? That's not what they're looking for. That's not the thing that the car is doing that they're wanting out of it. We're so close. We're gonna do this. We are so close. We can see all the water in one screen now. Very nearly. On days I don't want to drive, I take a bus. I mean, we should be developing public transit much more than, you know, than we are. Just because the USA is massively the pocket of automotive lobby, don't tell me about it. Or tell me about it. Look at BJM. Reminds me of the B-movie scene where they're standing in the middle of an insane intersection. Yeah, right, like... self-driving cars. I hear people saying, well, you won't need stoplights because all the cars can just coordinate with themselves. What do the pedestrians do? Just making a more pedestrian hostile environment, which is not what we need. I also think self-driving cars also have some serious ethical concerns. Think the trolley problem, but it's about whether to give the driver. You don't trust Elon to make that call for you? I don't dislike VR per se. I can see the potential, but I have a hard time dealing with boomer CEOs thinking it's the future of everything. Fair. A local forecast place was doing VR stuff, and I'm like, you're a forest. A local forest place. Get people in IRL forest and don't build a fake forest. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. I like when engine loud. There are people who think that way. Yeah, totally. I like when black smoke comes out my tailpipe. VR and video games I can get behind. Metaverse stuff is so grim. Like the metaverse I have zero interest in. It's nothing. I mean, the metaverse, what even is it? Can anyone even explain to me what it is other than just saying it's Second Life but in VR, right? It's nothing. It's someone saying, oh, VR is a cool trick, let's do a VR thing, and trying to come up with a VR thing for the sake of a VR thing. But I think there are situations when VR can be like additive to something. It's just a matter of people figuring out those situations and how to make that work. But I think that's kind of the case with every technology. We developed computers and said everything will be fixed by computers, and then we very quickly found out that there are some things that it did not fix. And that's just kind of every new technology, I feel. There's that learning curve. We as a society need to learn how to use these technologies. I feel like AI is in that same spot, for the record. I feel like there are some very positive things that AI can do, and we just need to do those, and not the bad ones. Whoa, we're close. We are so close. I'm not leaving. We're gonna finish this. Drive manual, it loud when you want it loud. I drive a manual and it's quiet all the time, but that's also because it's a hybrid. It goes from normal car sound to silent. All I know about the metaverse is my former boss wanted us to move our learning charity into the metaverse when our demographic is like 70 plus who can't use Zoom without someone walking them through on the phone. Hilarious. AI is interesting. I'm shocked by how bad it is. I think it's growing pains. I think it's new shiny technology has come on the scene, and the people who find it interesting are the ones who can leverage it for financial reasons, right? Like all the interest in AI right now is how to get a business out of it. And they're just gonna keep lowering the bar for their ethical standards until they can squeeze some money out of it. But when the AI bust happens, when we go through our AI bubble, calling it now, it's gonna be like the .com bubble all over again. It's probably a good analogy, actually. There's going to be a bunch of money poured into this, and then all the consumers are going to be like, oh, we didn't actually want that. And then all the billionaires are going to cry and lose all their money. Okay, is this it? Whoop. No, there's probably like a couple random spots. Oh, here. We're gonna have to scour this planet looking for holes. I thought I was pretty good. There's one. I'm gonna go like up and down this border to try and be systematic about it. Oh yeah, see, I left all these little holes. But I think when the dust settles, when at the end of the day, there will be room for AI, even for generative AI, to be used in a proper and like moral way. It's just gonna take a bunch of people losing money to get there. And it's gonna be a hot minute. All these little holes. Feels like, well, we'll settle down on using AI more like tool. I think AI is a tool. I think the thing that will happen, the thing that I'm hoping will happen, really, is we will stop using AI to make things whole cloth and use it as a tool to help humans make things. Because it can be very, very useful in very specific situations, and those aren't the ones we're doing. The way it can manipulate images and such is worrying from a democratic and journalistic perspective. Absolutely agree. And I don't know what to do about that. Honestly, people are gonna try to legislate, oh, you're not allowed to use AI for this, and that's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna stop anyone. We're just gonna stop some people, but the technology is going to get to the point where anyone in their basement can train an AI and build a model on their own, and you're not gonna be able to legislate them away and just say they aren't allowed to make deepfakes of the president. Someone's gonna be able to do the whole thing in their basement within a couple years even. Now I'm just rambling longer than I can keep up with chat. As someone who actually works in software, the big problem with AI is it's nothing of the sort. Yeah, that's fair. Do mineral deposits need to be mined out? God, I hope not. I mean, there are foundations there. Because like I can also do that, right? But I don't think I need to do that. All those squares look like they have foundations. I think I'm missing just some of these little random squares. I'm gonna keep looking for them. You see me fly by an empty square, tell me. I don't think the achievement even tells us like our progress towards it or anything. It's just like, do it. Lay foundations across an entire planet. Maybe AI is the solution to the Fermi paradox, as it will kill us all. There you go. I was on a training course about AI and marketing, and the teacher said, you won't be replaced by AI, you'll be replaced by someone using AI when you're not. See, that's smart. That's not wrong. Whether or not it should be that way is a different question, but the market is going to turn that way. If you aren't using the tools, then you're going to be falling behind. what we know of as AI is actually an incredibly complicated system of decision trees. So complicated that no one actually understands the full intricacies of it, right? Like, we understand how these systems are built, but we can't, like, look at them we can't pop up the hood and be like, oh, this is how that's going. It's all it's too complex for us to, like, actually diagnose anything about it. Trying my best to remember the technical terms. AI not being actually AI is a thing that makes me extra wary. Straight up tech bro obfuscation, yes. Meant to make neat algorithms seem cooler than it is. Yes. I think there is think there is something more to AI than just strict algorithms, but yeah, also not in a way. Oh, the sunset. But yeah, the way that people talk about, like, this new generation of AI like it's something completely new and unique. I think it's more based in stuff we were already doing than some people realize, I think. But it's a new buzzword, right? It's like Bitcoin. You slap AI on it, you can sell it to a whatever. You make yourself a startup and slap AI, Bitcoin, blockchain in there, and then get some venture capitalist to come in and spend $1 billion on you. That's all you got to do. There's got to be some more. Oh man, I should have done it with the other tile set. It would have been easier to see, probably. Does the sun not move when I'm in build mode? It's moving there. I guess it is. Very slowly, as planets do. Could pop open the hood, it would just require an absurd degree of effort in order to map it into human readable data. Yeah, exactly. But like, people aren't doing that, right? Oh, come on. We're so close. There has to be like a single tile somewhere that we're missing. Oh, why can't I scroll? There we go. Markov chains. Large chunk of text becomes a series of word pairs. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of Markov chains. There's a tiny bit more, but like it's not categorically not that, right? What makes my football players move in a video game feels different to Chat GPT, which feels very different to Midjourney. Yeah, I'd agree. Though Chat GPT and Midjourney are probably more similar than you realize, just working with different mediums essentially. But like, football players in a video game is much more like, that was a person crafting that behavior by hand, right? Not just shoveling in mountains and mountains of data and getting a model on the other side. Where are you? I have paved this planet. I need my achievement now, please. Oh. gotta be in here somewhere. Every few years for the past decade, some tech bros go on about how they've finally cracked AI. It just keeps being the same systems, but on a larger scale, yeah. It'll work someday. Ooh, there's some... Oh, no, still not... Still not there. Ooh. Nope. I'm still finding bits, but... Jeez, we gotta be close, right? Tech bros don't really want to be clear that they're still using Markov chains. You gotta sell it. You gotta sell it to the stocks. Gotta sell it to the venture capitalists. Do you need to dismantle the buildings to put foundation underneath? I thought I did that to start with. I didn't dismantle anything, but I did make sure to get foundations all in there. I guess. Oh, there's probably a little bit, but I don't think I have to dismantle them. I think it's still. I guess we can check, right? If I... Well, these all had to have foundations so that they could be built. You can't build on a thing that doesn't have foundation. Because this whole planet was water to start with. So all the land is land that we've made. Pretty sure. But like, oh, yeah, there's a little bit there. I should check each of these, though. There might be something hanging around one of these. Oh, like, here's this one's empty. Let's pull this one up. Yes. Yeah, see, there's foundation under there. No disrespect to Markov chains. Well, clearly they're quite capable, right? I guess I'm also thinking about user experience, but it probably would help if people understood ChatGPT and Midjourney are similar, then they might stop assuming that whatever ChatGPT spits out is infallible. Yes. There's a lot of public education to go on too, right? Every time it comes up in conversation, like at work, just with lay people who aren't, into all this stuff like we are, trying to get through their heads that, like, truth has no bearing on the matter. The AI is not devoted to accuracy in any way. It's devoted to sentences that sound like something that a human might say. And on average, those are probably truthful, but by no means is it guaranteed to be truthful. The AI does not know anything. That's the thing that's really hard to convey to people. The AI does not know what day it is. It knows how to Google. The AI does not know... It doesn't know anything. It doesn't know anything. Ask it a niche topic, or since spits out nonsense, exactly. How is it another 3 stream and the damn sphere isn't done? I guess we should check on it. Now we have 2 spheres that we're, like, very nearly complete on. It's still going. It's so close though, right? It's so dang close. We have 2,800 attaching. We only have another 100,000. We want 6.15 million. We have 6.05. So we're in the last 100,000. You can still see how many are attaching. We still have 2,800 attaching. They're working on it. They're working on it. It has taken a minute, though. Kind of what the AI label is meant to do, make you think there's something with more thought than the model smashing like words together. So you'll think it must have a reason for saying it exactly. Totally. Yeah, marketing. So now we're gonna get to the point where the AI is marketing the AI. That's a fun recursion loophole. Still remember asking ChatGPT to write me an article about famous Quakers. When I fact-checked it, half the people were just similar to Quakers. Yeah, exactly. People that it would assume are Quakers, but it doesn't actually know. So I guess that's where you need a person to check or shape the prompts properly. I mean, with that, the prompt wouldn't even matter. The AI has no way of... Like, if that fact does not exist somewhere, and even if it does, really all it's depending on is there being somewhere on the internet where someone wrote a blog post or a Reddit comment about that person being a famous Quaker. And even then, it's not going to like find that sentence and glean meaning from it. It's going to replicate that sentence because it has seen those words in that order before, right? And that's like a semi-random process. So it's not like it's not even like it could read a list of facts and then you ask it one of those facts and it gives you something completely different. Like there's no fact in, fact out chain. It's just words in, words out. That's all it is. It's all it is. Sphere looks cool. Good. Also confused by people who decide to use ChatGPT instead of Google to look something up. Yeah. Well, because you have to know how to Google. You have to know how to discern information from your Google results, right? But if there's just something you can ask and it gives you a fact, then now it's the burden is off of you now. You just, well, the AI said this was correct. It's not my fault it's wrong. AI recursion is a problem that is actually trying to be solved. Adobe's published info about fixing their image AI getting poisoned by being trained on its own output. I've wondered about that too. At what point do we reach a threshold where half of the content on the internet is generated by AI and that's just getting fed back into models? Who knows what happens then? That's real fun. And that's just with AI, with Adobe, with their own outputs, right? What happens when Midjourney is looking at Adobe's outputs and Adobe's looking at Midjourney's outputs, and it's all just going back into itself. We are generating so much data with AI right now. I wonder if anyone's really paying attention to like just the amount of data that is being produced by AI right now. I'm pressing the wrong button. Dead internet theory? Exactly. Like, yeah, the internet is just going to turn into an AI wasteland. It already kind of is, right? I mean, we've been dealing with bots for so long. Even before, like, and those aren't AI. Those are just scripts. Those are just people being jerks with their scripts. And that has already had such an impact on how the internet works and how we interact with it. And that, I mean, AI is just going to make that worse. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're going to hit a point where the internet is just... It's just bots and AI talking to each other. Actually suspect the future is offline. I think so too. I mean, like every technology, like I was just saying, I think the internet fits in there too. We are using the internet for everything right now because it is a fancy new technology. And 2-3 generations from now, we will be thinking about it much differently. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say what the internet's going to look like in 200 years, but it's going to look different. And the way we think about the internet, it's going to be way different. Because it'll have to be. More precious commodity will be authenticity and verifiability. Exactly. I was listening to someone talk about this recently. about like authenticity, or even just like knowing that the person you're talking to is a real human will become a valuable thing, right? We will get to the point where we are prioritizing putting ourselves in situations where we know that we are talking to a real human above all else. Because you won't be able to just go on the internet and be like, oh yes, this is a social interaction with my fellow flesh meat people. Can't believe any images or video, you'll go back to wanting to see it with your own eyes. Exactly. Yeah, it used to be like video evidence was like the gold standard of something having actually happened, and now it's gonna mean nothing. The fact that a video exists means nothing now. Are you real? I might be. Friendly cryptid is very sus. How do you do pillow flesh bags? Exactly. I mean, we're already there. You can go on Twitch right now and find channels that are just AI. That's already a thing. The title will tell you that it's AI. But how long until they don't tell you? How long until we get a VTuber with no human behind it? You could do that now. I don't know how convincing it would be, but you could do that. AI steamed hams is something else. It's steamed hams all the way down. I don't want to. I want this done. I want this to work. Control F, the thing that isn't paved. I really hope it doesn't care about like this. I mean, this is... If it does, then I'm gonna cry because I'd have to redo the whole planet. I have a paint bucket? Actual AI VTuber instead of kayfabe AI VTuber? Yeah. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. If it hasn't already. As soon as someone is able to fool an audience with an AI streamer, it's going to happen. Don't know how convinced most VTubers are today either. Right. I mean, there's so many layers of obfuscation, right? But like you're seeing live video of me as a flesh person, and you can be relatively confident that it's a real person, but like even this could be faked. But like when you remove the actual video, and then you're like, it's through the internet, you're only interacting through chat, right? It would be so much easier to pull a fast one in that context. It would be really hard to tell very quickly, I think. Reminded of the character in Mechanicus who talks in code. Deception, hello humans. I also like HK47 from Knights of the Old Republic. Had kind of a similar deal. Accusation, you have eaten the last cookie. Flashbacks unite. Yeah, I wonder. And it's like, part of me is like, from a technical perspective, that's a really interesting challenge, but from a social perspective, it's the worst. I think that's kind of honestly what happened, is the tech bros found a really interesting technical challenge, and they developed some new tools to accomplish some really interesting things. But, you know, at no point did they go, should we, you know? The crucial step. No one asked, should we do this? Because it's an interesting challenge. I don't know. I'm not finding it. It's gotta be here somewhere. Literal needle in a haystack situation now. Like this whole dark side of the planet, like, is completely hopeless, right? You can't see anything. YouTuber models are kind of inherently out of the uncanny valley, so it really is creating a model that can do the chatbot thing, then running it through an AI voice, probably closer than I would wish it to be. Yeah, like you can generate its dialogue with ChatGPT. You can generate its voice with AI. You can probably figure out some way to control a 3D rig with AI. Like, that's not going to be an out-of-the-box solution right now, but it probably will be now that I've said it. You can have all that interact with Twitch. There's all sorts of APIs that you can use. The ingredients are there. Just have everything that viewers chat gets plugged into ChatGPT and then comes back out and then gets voiced, and then like you barely have to do it real time. There's already stream delay. You just say, "Oh, sorry, stream delay is real bad. I had to think about that for a second." No one knows. Oh, it's a human. It's an AI cranking away on a calculation in the back end. No, it's a 30-second stream delay. You'd never know. You would never know. Ugh, jeez. Do I tear down all my structures? What do I do? Gantrock, help me. You were looking at the achievements, right? Is there anything special that I need to be thinking about for this foundation one? Or is it just that I'm literally missing a couple little holes now? As I'm unlikely to ever be able to verify that any of you are real, does that make any of these interactions of any less value? If you have a meaningful interaction with an AI that you thought was a human, does that make it less meaningful? I cannot answer that question. That's a hell of a question. There's your next sci-fi genre. I guess that loops back to my point about American automatic industry pushing self-driving cars as a solution to problems that have better, cleaner, greener solutions, but people don't make the current powerful people rich. That's the key thing, yeah. Culture of where this stuff is coming from worries me. You mean capitalism? I won't have anyone be besmirching the pristine name of capitalism in here, JM. I remember when the internet was going to bring freedom and democracy to the world, less dictators toppled, more Brexit trumps due to Russian misinformation warfare. All this was right. I mean, as much as the internet has done for the spread of information, it has also done twice as much for the spread of misinformation, right? I don't think the internet has fundamentally changed a whole lot about how we interact with each other. It's just made it so much faster and the scale is so much bigger. Like, it used to be if you wanted to lie, you had to go around to everyone and tell the lie to a bunch of individuals. Now you just gotta post a TikTok. And now you don't even need to post a TikTok. You need to spin up an AI that can post TikToks, and there's your misinformation campaign. It's so wild. It's so wild. Social work soapbox: people who feel isolated become hopeless, unhappy, and are driven to desperation. If you find connection with someone or something, it makes you part of society, gives you something to live for. Totally. If AI makes you feel happy, it is probably better than you being so depressed you cannot function. But what happens when you find out that it is AI? If I mean, obviously I can't speak for everyone, but if I'm in that position where like imagine having an AI girlfriend and not knowing about it. Like would that be worse? Is that better or worse? I think that's a legitimate philosophical question. If the lie makes you happy, is it unethical to tell? Or if the lie makes someone else happy? She's from Canada, you haven't met her. Exactly. Can you imagine the razzing you would get from friends if your friends found out that you were dating an AI and didn't know it? You would never come back from it. I think it's fine if you know, right? But like, what if you don't know? What if you don't know? What if a dating site? What if you're paying for a dating site with a chat function, and the dating site serves you an AI and does not tell you? But what do you do? How do you feel in that situation? What is your reaction to? There's a news story coming out that every conversation that's happened on this platform, or even not even just all of them, like this dating platform has used AI in that fashion, but it's like a very small percentage of the conversations that have happened on their platform. So now everyone who does have legitimate humans that they're talking to are like really distrustful of each other because everyone thinks everyone else is an AI. That seems kind of worse, right? Just for the general structure of society. I think we have to trust that people are people for trust to happen. Is the relationship that you build with someone online going to be the same if there's always a thought in the back of your mind that that's not a real person? Is that going to change how you behave online? Is that going to change how you react with other people when you think that 3/4 of the people aren't actually people? We're upset more about the lie than the source. Yeah, I mean, but it's a real bad lie, right? That's a real fucked up lie. Like people like catfishing is already a huge deal. And that's a human. It's just a human that's lying. If you don't know and you never find out, it's not a problem. I don't know that I'd agree. Big issue with dating apps and AI now apparently. It's already happening. Leads to some funny stuff. Sad, funny, depending on your perspective. Yeah. Parasocial relationships fascinate me too. Me too. More so recently. Parasocial relationships are different, right? Depends on if you're aware. Yeah. I think we need to be knowledgeable about them and realize how they're different, right? But they're not inherently bad. My point is that if you fall for an AI catfish, it's not the AI's fault so much as it is the human nature that we make stuff that harms each other for fun. True. Oh yeah, I mean, it's like the AI is just a tool, right? The AI didn't do anything. The AI was put there by a person. It's the person who put the AI there that's the asshole. But I'm mostly just thinking about, like, what are the social ramifications of that? If the fact that that can happen, just the fact that we know, just the fact that the humans know that that's a possibility will have an impact on how we interact with each other on the internet, I think. So we have to fight back against feeling like crap because someone lied to us and find a new connection. Yeah, I mean, I agree. But I guess that kind of answers my initial question, right? I mean, if the question is, if you have a legitimate to you like emotional connection with a interaction with something that you don't know is an AI, and then you find out that it was an AI, I feel like that's probably worse than not having the conversation to start with. I don't know. I mean, that's probably gonna be different in every situation, but I don't know. If someone's in a situation where what they really need is a connection with a human, and what they're given is an AI, and they don't know it, and then they find out about it, I imagine that could be very devastating. I could imagine that being very, very bad for a person's mental state. If they're already in a vulnerable situation, and then they were, like, preyed upon by an AI, basically. It's like you're made a target. It's like you're being conned. What if someone made an AI friend to do good? If you know it's an AI, sure. Like, there's no reason that you can't just have an AI chatbot that you chat with, right? I mean, generally we should be less shit to each other. Agreed. Like, if you know you're interacting with an AI, then whatever. You're just chatting with a chatbot. But if you're putting yourself emotionally into a relationship, whoop, nope. And you're just being lied to by a machine. I don't know. Even if the lie is just, I'm a real person, and no other lies happen, I feel like that's still a pretty destructive lie. Maybe that's just me. We'll find out, won't we? It's gonna happen. Gonna happen. Better to have loved an AI and found out than to have never loved that furry cat or AI girl in the first place. I mean, yes, haha, but I don't know that I'd agree. I think I disagree. It's interesting to think about. It's gonna be that those are the kinds of things that we're gonna have to be dealing with in the future. Would it maybe be easier to see on the dark side? I mean, it looks like I can't see it at all, doesn't it? Foundation will be blue, empty will be black? I mean, it all looks pretty uniform. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. It's probably just under one of these little things. mean, if there is a hole, I'm not seeing it. What have I done to myself? What have I done? I mean, how many other thoughts at this point, other than just like circling around this planet a 30th time, is just pulling everything up. I don't really want to... I mean, I am using this planet. This planet is somewhat important. So I'd have to put down... I'd have to replace anything that I take up. I have a meeting in 30, so I can't soapbox forever, but I feel like people connect with video games, stuffed animals, and anime. If AI is the next thing people connect with, it can certainly lead to unhealthy behaviors, but I'd rather that than someone alone forever. And that's fair, but I mean, I think the key difference for me with like a video game is that you know it's a video game. Like a stuffed animal. Like if I have an emotional connection with my stuffed animal, I'm not having the same kind of emotional connection that I would have with another human, right? The whole relationship happens within the context of that being a stuffed animal. And I think that that context is important. And if you, like, if someone just voluntarily wants to have an emotional connection with an AI, there is no reason not to. I agree with that. And that could be helpful. I'm sure we could see AI happen in like in nursing homes. Someone's lived so long that everyone that they care about is gone. Here's an AI for you. And you can have, and you can chat with them, and that's a thing that you can have. Like that would probably be a good thing. But as soon as it turns into you not knowing, I think it's a whole different beast. At this point, would it be easier to start paving with the other color? Maybe. I really don't want to. There will always be people who take something like that too far, but like you said, most will be able to keep it in context. I mean, if everything's on the up and up, and everyone's being honest, and everyone knows what's going on, then yeah, totally, it's cool. But as soon as someone says, I'm going to start fooling everyone, I'm going to start getting people's money because they think this is a real human. As soon as that's possible, it's going to happen. Like, what happens when scammers overseas automate their scams with AI, right? Like, catfishing scams are already a thing. Romance scams are already a thing. What happens when you can run a romance scam on someone without having to actually interact with them on a regular basis? You just get an AI that sits there and chats with people, and every once in a while it like spits back out someone's credit card information. And you can be running the scam on 1,000 people at once. This is completely separate from the AI discussion, but I managed to beat the final boss of Hades quickly enough to trigger the Lambent Plume's move dodge up effect. Neat. Congrats. One could argue that a relationship with AI is better than a person if it's not mutual consensual. Rather someone be creepy with an AI than a real Twitch streamer. Sure. But if someone knows it's an AI, no one's going to be creepy to an AI on purpose, right? That's probably not true, but the draw to being creepy to a human is much different than the draw to being creepy to an AI. I don't know. The whole crux of my feeling on this situation is that if someone doesn't know that it's an AI, an AI posing as not an AI can't be good, in my opinion. I don't think that there's going to be good outcomes from that. I was going to land on humans need connection. Also, we're horrible to each other. I agree that we need connection, but if it's at the cost of being deceived into connection, I don't know. It's at the very least, this is clearly an interesting question, right? This is exactly the kind of AI question that no one is talking about. I feel like this is a much more important question than, I don't know, a lot of other things. There's a lot of details about AI that we are gonna get worked out, but like this, that kind of a thing is just like a inherent ball of wax. I don't know how you technology that problem away. Oh, I give up for now. I can no longer stare at this planet. We're so dang close. We have 2,800 still attaching. We are at 6.07 of 6.15. We have to be one stream away. This has to be one more stream. Hydrate. Fair enough. I think humans are inherently capable of horrible things on a grand scale. We're also capable of profoundly wonderful things. I agree. I honestly think the discourse here is better than most spaces I've seen discussing AI. I agree. I feel like these are the kinds of questions that most people aren't talking about, and they're gonna smack us in the face. If we don't think about this now, like whatever the answer is, right? If we don't think about this now, the issue is going to be forced upon us without us having had thought about it beforehand, and that's going to be a real nasty surprise. More important problem no one is talking about: who wants to be my AI girlfriend? I need to eat. Yeah, we're wrapping up here. I need to maintain my sanity by not continuing to look for little holes in this planet. And I think we got one stream left. I'm calling it one more stream. One more stream here, and we should be finished up with this. Escape, and then we do one of these. Hooray! The stream is too smart for me. That's a first. We don't usually get quite this deep. Not for any avoiding of it, but usually I'm more focused on not getting murdered in a video game. Why can't I scroll? OBS, there we go. I struggle with being mean, but my experience is that it's not mutual to all humans. I'd agree. I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the cruelty that humans have the ability to do, or a lot of the things that we do are trained into us. I feel like we have a lot of nasty tendencies, but we all want to be good, right? We all want to be good. And then we start living, and then things happen. Well, you're brain dead, so I can't blame you. GG only showed up to find inspiration to go back to my hellscape of a star cluster. Thank you and good luck on the achievement grind. Well, cool. Thanks for coming by. I definitely appreciate the company. Hope you found some inspiration. Hope you go pave a planet. Yeah, thanks for keeping us grounded in the game. I told you can get me distracted, JM, and look what happened. Thanks for the streams. Thanks for coming by. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. I'm not like I have subs and stuff, but like I'm not doing this for sponsors. I'm not doing this for acclaim. I'm doing this because I want to provide a space for people to be kind to each other and enjoy each other's company in an authentic human way. That's why I'm here. Today's episode is brought to you by a vast expanse of snow and ice, also known as the internet, and by you clicking on the buttons down there and following. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. And lurking and chatting and joining the Discord and hanging out in there. Those are the snowflakes on my field right now. That's what I'm doing this for. So I do appreciate y'all. Come by on Thursday. We're gonna wrap this up. My God, said that like 4 times now. But I think we're one stream away. So come by on Thursday, and that's gonna happen. Come by on Saturday. I'm gonna continue painting a picture of my cat, and then come by next week, and we're gonna do something totally different. Who the heck knows? I have a couple ideas of what we're gonna do, but we're gonna play it by ear. So I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope you stay kind.